What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Roberts here, and I'm bringing to you one of the best movements that you can possibly do for the upper body. It's called the shoulder press. It's called the strict press. It's an overhead press, but I see a lot of mistakes when it comes to it. So we're going to touch on it right now. One of the most common mistakes I see when we're completing this overhead press is hyperextension, right? So let's say, let's get the bar overhead to the patient, to the client, let's get the bar overhead. And I get so many different variations, but the most common variation is this right here. What we see in this moment is hyperextension, right? Hyperextension of the spine itself because there's some faulty mechanic or some faulty movement that's not adequately, efficiently being executed in the moment in time, right? TSC, Tight Shoulder Committee. That might be one of the major things that you got going on right now. You're part of that community, you don't even know, and you're causing hyperextension to get that bar overhead, right? How do we know that? So if I say, let's get that bar overhead, pull the rib cage down, push up with the bar, and really engage your upper back muscles. And if you're here, then you're not a part of the tight shoulder committee. It's just a mechanical error, right? But if I tell you to pull that rib cage down, push up with the bar, and pull upper back muscles back, and you're here, that's a telltale sign that your shoulders might be tight, and we need to address that. We need to address that with flexibility things. We need to address that with myofascial releases, massages to release the tension in the muscles itself, or you might need to address that with just some good old shoulder mobility, good old thoracic mobility, just keeping everything efficiently moving like butter. All right. I wanted to present that to you. A great exercise, but only a great exercise if you do it the right way. Take care. What's up, everybody? My name is Dr. Roberts. I'm presenting to you one of the best exercises you can do for the upper body. It is called the shoulder press, aka strict press, aka overhead press. But the problem is not the exercise, the problem is the execution of this exercise. I'm going to bring it to your attention right now. All right, so let's actually perform a shoulder press, right? Now, usually when I tell my patient and client, let's get an overhead press going, I usually get something like this. Now, what's wrong with this? Well, there are many factors that's wrong with this, but one of the major factors right now is that we're causing hyperextension. Look at my abdominals, look how it's distended. That's not very good posture, right? So, one of the major faults of that is potentially that the patient or the client might be a part of the TSC, the tight shoulder committee. And what that means is that if those shoulders are tight, then you're going to actually try to over execute the exercise. And now that's when we start to put a little bit more difficulty on our structures and a little bit of abnormal stress, right? So if I had that same patient or client that went into hyperextension like so, and I told them to bring their rib cage down and push up the bar, engage their upper back muscles, and they're here, then it was just a technique error, right? But if I had them engage the abdominals, push up with the bar, and they came here, then I know that they're part of that TSC, that tight shoulder committee. And now we have to dive in further and see what muscles are actually flexible, see what muscles through myofascial release and massage that we need to release the tension in them. And then also potentially just taking a look at shoulder mobility itself and make sure that we have adequate shoulder mobility. A fantastic exercise, shoulder press, strict press, overhead press, whatever you want to call it, but fantastic when it's done the right way. All right. Bar none, this exercise can be efficiently if it's executed correctly. Take care.